Hi, beautiful people. If you're new here, I'm Nehal. And if you have watched my other videos, then welcome back. Today I'm going to be reading this. But they are so pretty. Just look at them. Wait, I'm holding them in the wrong order. How dare I? There you go. They're so pretty. And later in this video, I'm going to show you the maps and everything opening this book. Currently, I'm reading the third book, which is The Ruin and Rising. I think it's going to be my favorite in the series. I don't know. I'm just 100 pages in, but like, oh my god, I enjoyed this series so much, and you'd get to see me react to all the things that happens in this series. It's young adult fantasy, and there are superpowers involved, and there's mystery, and just amazing. The good character development. There's world building. There's everything. There's betrayal and all of that. So. uh, And yeah, I'm including all the spoilers, by the way. So if you have not read these books, then please do not watch this video. Go read this series and then come back. I think I should hold it this way, like my babies. They're so pretty. I cannot get over the hardcovers, like the way it looks. Just look at this. I think I should click a picture. I started reading this book like this morning, and I'm already halfway. Like this book, I thought that it would take me some time. Sorry, I'm just using my credit card agreement as a bookmark. But like, I really thought that when I started this book, I was like, my life is going to change. I will never be the same because I have heard so many good things about this whole trilogy, and it also like there are two duologies, I think. Um, and this whole world, I was really intrigued to dive into it. So I'll just give you a little like synopsis of what happened. Like I remember finishing the first 5 chapters in one go, and at first it starts as I think I'll just remove this. At first it was like the female main character is the narrator, and she's like the main character. So it starts with her childhood and how she's an orphan, and then suddenly the next chapter, I think she's older, and then she's going to this shadow fold thing and which is like a really dangerous place where there are like dragons. It's not a dragon, but it's kind of like really deadly dragon which eats people, and they are going there with her childhood friend. I was 3 chapters in, I was like, oh my god, he's going to die. Like, you know, when you're reading romantasy or like any fantasy, there is one character who is like overly cheerful, overly optimistic, and supporting the main character no matter what, and you just know he's going to die. And he was going to die. There was an attack of that dragon, but she actually saved him. He saved her, and then she saved him. And that's when her superpower gets manifested. I think it was dormant until now, and now her superpower is like manifested. And oh my god, like, and then when her superpower gets manifested, it is then when her entire life changes. Like, she's just taken to another place which is called Little Palace, which is not very little, but like she meets this powerful being called Darkling, which is our morally gray main male character. And oh my god, like, he's so hard. Dark hair, dark eyes, morally gray, you know what I mean. I know, like, I have such conflicting feelings for Darkling because I know that he is after her because of her superpower, because she is supposedly going to change the whole world, going to save the whole world actually. And I know that he's after her for her superpower, but my lizard brain is like, he's protecting her, he's hot. Like, we like him. That's how my brain works. And every time he's like, she rides with me, oh, she will walk with me, I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot. I know that he is going to do something really shady to her. I just know. Like, up until now he has been so supportive of her because she cannot manifest her power on its own. Like, she needs an amplifier, and Darkling is one of the amplifiers and all of that. So when Darkling touches her, her power gets manifested. That's how she can do it. There's one scene, obviously I'm going to include all the spoilers because this is really popular, and he's like being too supportive of her. I don't trust him. Like my brain thinks he's hot and I'm attracted to him, but like I don't trust him. Something is going to happen. Like he's 120 years old. Like I knew that he'd be old because he's basically immortal and he's very very powerful. Everyone is scared of him, but like something is going to happen. I just know it. And also he wears black robes, like black kefta it is called, but it's essentially a fancy robe, and no one wears black except him, and he is the most powerful of all. He's feared and everyone respects him, everyone is scared of him and all of that. And he asks her to wear black, which is like but she refuses it. She's like, I don't want to be special anymore, I just want to blend in, which is actually smart because there are so many attacks happen to her. Many people attack her because she is like the summoner. She's called the sun summoner because she can summon light, and she can, like she killed the dragons and she can save the world essentially. But like now Darkling is like protecting her and all of that, and she's like kind of in this school now where she'll be trained, and yeah, training is happening and she's learning all these scriptures and reading books and all of that. But she's having a really hard time because she cannot summon her power on her own. Going to find this mythical stag, and she's going to wear the stag horn as the necklace, and which will act as an amplifier, and that's how she's going to manifest her powers. And like, how are they going to find the mythical stag? That's the story. Let's see what happens. And like this girl Alina is kind of like, she's really normal. Even if she has superpower, she's really normal and she's kind of relatable. But I love the pacing of the story. I love the world building. It is easy to read. It is almost soothing to read, and I'm loving this so far. Because I was so immersed in the story, I haven't even gotten ready. I'm just I've been reading this whole day. Like, I'm loving this so much. You'll be getting all the updates. So, like I said, Darkling is like really confusing her. He once said, I have been waiting for you a long time, Alina. That sounds romantic, right? But then he says, you and I are going to change the world. Why are you confusing this girl? Please don't do that. And also, like, I found some parallels between Ekotar and Shadow and Bone universe. And because I am a total nerd about books, I'm going to list them out. First, Feyre is considered plain, right? Plain. And Alina is also considered plain. And like it is mentioned a lot of times that she's not beautiful, she's plain, she doesn't have like really conventionally attractive facial features and all of that. And the second parallel I found is, if you have read Ekotar, you know that this phrase is thrown around a lot, like calls to like. And that phrase is also here, like calls to like. Like, is this a fantasy thing? Like, what? And another parallel I found, if you have read Ekotar, there is Suriel. I think that's how it's pronounced, Suriel. He was this creepy creature, and he was like really ugly and really dangerous to look at, but he was actually always, working in Feyre's favor, and he was actually a good guy and he was helping her out, right? And like that, there is a creature there is someone called Priest in this book, which is also like really dangerous and grotesque to like look at, and like really scary and creepy. But I think that he's a good guy and he's like trying to warn Alina about something, but she's just scared of him. and, and I'm dying to know what he knows. Like, what did he mean when he said that, oh, I know that you have suffered a lot, Alina, and you're going to suffer even more? Like, what is going to happen? And also another thing, um Alina's new friend Jenya, who is a tailor, and she has this powers where she can change someone's facial features, and she can make someone look beautiful. Like, she can remove dark circles and she can remove wrinkles and she can, like, like really sharpen the features and make someone beautiful. And she is her new friend. I almost whacked myself with this book. And she is Alina's new friend. And what happens in this kind of like romantasy fantasy novels, either she is like really good friend and she is going to be a permanent character, or she'd get killed, and the female main character will have a meltdown and will essentially become an inspiration to become better and save the world and all of that, or she is going to betray her in some way. I really hope she doesn't betray her. I'm so sorry I look so plain. But like, I don't care about looking good right now. I just care about this book and I just want to read this whole day. And also another thing, her childhood friend Mal, who actually Mal, I don't know, her childhood friend Mal, he is not responding to her letters, and I don't know why. He's alive, but like, why is he not responding to her? Like, what is he even doing? I want to know. Like, I know, like, he's a good guy and he tried to protect Alina from Ravka. Ravka, those are the dragons, fancy name for them. And is it Ravka or is it something else? Let me check. Sorry, it's not Ravka, it's Volcra. Mal was the one who saved Alina from Volcras, like those deadly dragons, saved her from death. But so he is a good guy. But like, why is he not responding to her letters? He's alive and well. He's serving the army. Like, why is he not responding? Like, what's going on? I really want to know. So, I had like the biggest question in this book, going into this book. It was like, Alina, our main character, she was checked when she was child, when she was 8 years old, I think. She was checked for superpowers, that if she's powerful or not, but it was never detected. And I was like, how is that even possible? Like, she was just a child. And why did it choose to manifest when she was older? Like, like that didn't make any sense. But now I finally have my answer. It was because of her childhood best friend. She didn't want to leave him. And so she tried to like hide her powers, and she did that as a child. And so her powers remained dormant and they were never detected. And that's how she lived like most of her childhood as an orphan, like intense and everything. And she became a map maker, and no one actually knew that she was so powerful, like one of the most powerful people in this universe, in Grisaverse, which is the universe. Grisha are actually the kind of like the military that her childhood best friend is not returning her letters, like he's not answering her letters. He's like, oh my god, I lost him, or like, what is happening? Is he like not responding to my letters on his own? He's alive and well, then why is he not responding? And so because of that, she finally hits a breaking point, and she's like, but I did it for him, I did it because I wanted to grow old with him. And so now finally her power manifested on its own, and she can manifest without, she can actually like, manifest light on her own without using any amplifier, without using anything, any other magic. She can do it on her own. Thing that is kind of like pissing me off, I'm actually like a little bit annoyed by it, is that I understand that she's plain and she has lived her whole life as an orphan, and she has never really experienced like, male attention or validation because she's plain and all. But like, she's really I think she got attracted to Darkling right away, and she's trying everything for him, like because he's really hopeful and all of that. And I'm not sure if I like it. Like, I don't know, get a grip on your emotions, please. Like, make him pine a bit. Like, don't fall first. I want him to fall first. And I know that she's going to fall first and he's going to mess it up. I just know it. I just know it. That he's going to play with her feelings. Oh my god. I'm not looking forward to that. The betrayal. But I'm really looking forward to the story and like the how she's going to become badass. I just know she's going to. And I'm so looking forward to that. Oh my god. He kissed her. I'm shocked. I genuinely am shocked. It happened on page number 196. Like, we've been waiting for it. But it happened so suddenly. I'll show you. See, they are talking. They are talking, and then suddenly, I mean, I knew that they were going to develop a romance at some point. But like, I'm so shocked it happened so suddenly. Like, whenever there is like a kissing scene between the fictional characters, they actually prepare us. Like, okay, they're in close proximity, he's looking at her and he's coming nearby, or he cages her in, or something like that. Like, his hand up against the wall, something. But here they are just talking, and suddenly he kissed her. Like, all of a sudden. I don't know what to expect. Like, and then they were interrupted, like, conveniently so. Like, what? Now what is going to happen next? Like, is he like playing with her feelings or something? Like he was shocked that he did it, but was he actually planning on it? Is he acting? I don't know. Summons darkness and she summons light. That irony is not lost on me. I'm noticing every single detail about this book, about every character. Oh my god, he just gifted her a dress. Black dress. A black dress. Black is his color. Is this like a signal? Is this like a sign of something? Like, what is happening? I don't like the king and the queen and the crown prince. I actually hate them. But most of all, I hate the king. Like, he gives me the eek. What the hell? What the actual hell just happened in this book? First of all, uh, the Darkling, like our main male character, he kissed her and then he ignored her for weeks, and then he suddenly comes because he has to come, and there is some ceremony, which, okay, so which is not that important, but he's like totally playing with her feelings. He says things like, "Did you really think I was done with you?" And then he just pulls her away from the whole ceremony and then takes her to her room and then starts kissing her. No explanation whatsoever. Like, I have feelings for you. What happened to hello? What happened to what? And you know what she says? I'd been kissed before. Drunken mistakes, awkward fumblings. This was nothing like that. It was sure and powerful, and like my whole body had just come awake. Of course, he is the Darkling. He's immortal and he's one of the most powerful people in this universe. And he has some pull because everyone wants him. Everyone, every single woman wants him. Like, what is this happening? Like, where is this even? I'm shocked. Okay, so love hate moment is happening. So he's kissing her, and because they are both so powerful, she can literally feel his feelings. So she feels his desire, but she also feels his anger. And he's like, why is he angry? But it's like, she says, they're kissing, and she's like, you don't want to be doing this. And he's like, this is the only thing I want to be doing. He growled. But I could hear the bitterness and desire all tangled up in his voice. And then she says, and you hate that? And he says, maybe I do. And she's like, why? He wants her, but he hates that he wants her. Like, okay, they finally found the stag, by the way. The stag whose horn is going to be used to amplify her powers. So, another adventure. against her lips. He says, "The problem with wanting is that it makes us weak." He wants her, and that makes him weak because obviously the desire that he has for her is going to like mess up all the plans that he has. I'm pretty sure that there's something else to his kiss was harder this time, laced with the anger I could feel lingering inside him. I didn't care. I didn't care that he'd ignored me or that he'd confused me or about any of Jenya's vague warnings. Jenya, that is her best friend, her new best friend. He'd found the stag. He'd been right about me. He'd been right about everything. Red flags! Red flags! Like alarms are ringing in my head, but she's like, I understand. I understand you, girl. Like it's. His hand slid down to my hip. I felt a little thrill of panic as my skirt slid higher and his fingers closed on my pale thigh. But instead of pulling away, I pushed closer to him. I don't know what might have happened next. At the moment, we heard a loud clamor of voices from the hallway. Thank God they were interrupted. A group of very noisy. Okay, they froze. The darkling shoved his shoulder against the door so that it wouldn't open. It is not ending, you guys. What? And the group moved on, shouting and laughing. In the silence that followed, we stared at each other. Then he sighed and dropped his hand, letting the silk of my skirts fall back into place. I should go, he murmured. Should go. Not I want to go. I should go. I should go. Ivan and the others are waiting for me. I nodded, not trusting myself to speak. He stepped away from me. I moved aside, and he opened the door a crack, glancing down the hallway to make sure it was empty. Ooh, secret tryst. I won't return to the party, he said. But you should, at least for a while. I nodded again. She's not speaking. I mean, do we blame her? I was suddenly acutely aware of the fact that I was standing in a dark room with a near stranger and that only a few moments before I'd nearly had my skirts around my waist. The darkling slipped through the doorway, but then he turned back to me. Alina, he said, and I could see that he was fighting with himself. Can I come to you tonight? Hmm. He did not just he that did not just happen. He did not just say that. What is she going to say? Yes, obviously. Oh my god. I hesitated. I knew that if I said yes, there would be no turning back. My skin still burned where he touched me, but the excitement of the moment was melting away, and a bit of sense was returning. I wasn't sure of what I wanted. I wasn't sure of anything anymore. I waited too long. We heard more voices coming down the hall. The darkling pulled the door shut, striding out into the hallway as I stepped back into the darkness. I waited nervously, trying to think of an excuse for why I might be hiding in an empty room. So he asked a question, but she never answered. So what's going to happen? She's thinking that I hadn't had a chance to say yes or no to the darkling. Would he come anyway? Did I want him to? My mind was worrying. My mind is worrying too, girl. Like what? I had to set myself to rights and get back to the party. The darkling could just disappear, but I didn't have that luxury. Is he going to go to her, even if she didn't say anything? I know this is young adult, so like nothing is going to be happening. At least it won't be graphic, but like I can't breathe. I'm so oh my god. What's going to happen? I'll keep you updated. So we got this infamous trope. Mal, like her childhood best friend, never got her letters. So we got that infamous trope. But that's not important because I read like chapter 15 and oh my god. Remember when I said Darkling was going to come to her room? So there was a soft knock on Alina's door, and I was like, okay, Darkling is here, and they're going to have some spicy time or whatever. Like, and it was, but it was her teacher, And her teacher, Bagra, is actually Darkling's mother. And Darkling lied to Alina because he's not 120 years old. He's actually thousands of years old. And he once said that his great great grandfather was the one who like made the whole Shadowfold, the dark place where the Volcras, the deadly dragons live, who actually kill people. He is the one who invented it. He's the one who made it. And he's planning not to erase it, but he's planning to expand it and use it as a weapon. The only thing that is in his way is the Volcra, the deadly dragons. He cannot control it. But now Alina can. And remember when I told you that they are they are looking for the stag, and she is going to wear the stag as a necklace, and that will amplify her powers. But no, that was another lie, because the one who actually kills the stag is the one who will control Alina. And the necklace is not the amplifier, it's like a collar. So Darkling is going to control Alina's power. And you know, when he said, "You and I, we are going to change the world," this is what he meant. Now Bagra is like, you need to leave this place tonight. And she's like literally pushing her towards the secret door, and delusional. She's in total denial. And she's like, "I don't believe you. There's no way." Coming that Bagra was Darkling's mother. And Darkling is like thousands of years old. What the hell? And also another information. Volcra, the dragons, they're actually the farmers and their children and their wives. When the place turned into Shadowfold, the dark place, which kills people, the all the people that lived there turned into dragons, who actually now kill people. And Alina is the only one who can kill them by her light powers. And so Darkling will be unstoppable with Alina by her side. And Alina would be totally controlled by Darkling. And you know, when he kissed her, you know why when I said that it was so all of a sudden, I was like having a whiplash. Actually, Alina was asking Darkling about the amplifier and everything, and he just distracted her by kissing her. So everything was a lie. Every single thing. Oh my god. I'm reeling. You know, only 60 pages left, so she's on the run, like I updated you the last time. And she was doing just fine. She was hidden and everything, and no one noticed her really. But some drunk man attacked her, and she had to like reveal herself, and she had to use her own powers. And then people were after her, and she was in this forest, and someone finds her. Guess who? Mal. At first, I didn't trust him because he was like kind of asshole to her back at the palace. But now I know that he was just kind of jealous how happy she looked with Darkling, and he didn't know how to process that. But now they are becoming friends again, and they are on this run together, and now they are going towards the stag to find the stag, so they can that can make Alina more powerful, and she can fight against the Darkling. I don't think that's possible, but now that they are on run and people are attacking them, and she has to like fight using her powers, so she's leaving a trail. And Mal and Alina, they are both going towards the stag, and Darkling is going towards the stag as well. So their paths are going to cross, and I know Darkling is going to find her. I'm so scared. Alina says, "Thank you for finding me," and Mal says, "Always." And now Mal asks Alina that, "Did you miss me, Alina? Did you miss me when you were gone?" And she says, "Every day." And Mal replies that, "I missed you every hour." And you know what the worst part was? It caught me completely by surprise. I'd catch myself walking around to find you, not for any reason, just out of habit, because I'd seen something that I wanted to tell you about, or because I wanted to hear your voice. And then I'd realize that you weren't there anymore. And every time, every single time, it was like having the wind knocked out of me. I've risked my life for you. I've walked half the length of Rauka for you, and I'd do it again and again just to be with you, just to starve with you and freeze with you and hear you complain about hard cheese every day. So don't tell me we don't belong together. I'm sorry it took me so long to see you, Alina, but I see you now. This is romantic and all, and I'm really enjoying it, but I don't know why I feel like they are not endgame. I feel like he's going to die, and I'm going to cry over him, and she's going to cry as well. I don't think Darkling is the end game because he is actually the bad guy and he's using her, going to use her. I don't know who she's going to end up with. Is she going to end up with anyone? Like, where is the romance going? Like, what is going to happen? There are only 60 pages left and it's giving me such anxiety because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I know Darkling is going to find her. Like, that's how this is going to end, right? Right. I have an assignment to do. I just got an assignment and I don't know if I should do it right now or should I finish this 60 pages. I think I'm going to finish 60 pages. Yeah. So it happened. I knew it was going to happen eventually, but still I was hoping against it. Like 50 pages left, 40 pages left. And I don't know what's in it. Like what is here anyways. Okay, so I'll give you a short summary of what happened. I'm sorry, I'm panting. I just ran to this room to film. So what happened that now they found a stag. Actually, Mal kissed her, and that's when they found the stag. And Mal was like, Alina, you have to kill the stag. You have to kill the stag. But she hesitated. And then an arrow whooshed through it. And someone spoke that you should have listened to him. Darkling. Darkling was there. And he killed the stag. And now Alina is collared. And yes, Darkling can control Alina now. Everything. Like her whole powers are controlled by Darkling completely. Now she's chained and collared, and Alina begged Mal to kill her so that she wouldn't be Darkling's pet anymore. But obviously Mal couldn't kill her because he loves her. And now Alina can't kill herself either because Mal would be tortured if she does anything stupid. Like, she can't win now. Now she is collared and chained and she's back in the palace. And there's this girl called Zoya who has this huge crush on Darkling, and she's like staring at her collar like she wants to be collared instead of Alina just to get Darkling's attention. Like, Zoya, come on. Just when I thought he couldn't get any worse, Darkling is going to kill Mal and feed him to the wall crowd. You may say, and he says, you may say your goodbyes tonight. This is all mercy traitors deserve. And Alina screams, murderer, monster. And he said, all of those things. She said, I hate you. And he just shrugs. He says, you'll tire of hate soon enough. You'll tire of everything. You will wear that collar for the rest of your very, very long life, Alina. She's going to be immortal. He's going to make her immortal. But fight me as long as you're able. You will find I have far more practice with eternity. Of course, he's ancient. He's millennia old. She is visiting Mal in the prison and he's going to die tomorrow. And you know what he said? Oh my god. He said, I don't care if you danced naked on the roof of the little palace with him. I love you, Alina. Even the part of you that loved him. Oh god. And he says, we found our way back to each other, Alina. That's all that matters. And he kissed me through the bars, the cold iron pressing against my cheek as his lips met mine. Lips met mine. I can't even speak or read. He can't die. Is he really going to die? Like, I finished this book. I think this book finished me. But I was on the verge of tears because I was so sure that Mal was going to die. Mal was going to die, but like, he didn't. Alina saved him. And Alina also escaped Darkling. And oh my god, that scene was so iconic and badass. I loved it, reading it. Oh my god. Like, should I watch the series right now or should I finish the whole trilogy and then watch the series? I know I'd be disappointed because this show was cancelled halfway or something. I don't know. What should I do? Should I watch the series? And okay, so now they're both alone, Mal and Alina, but at least they have each other. And yeah, they are on this other side of the world, and I don't know what's going to happen. The book just ended, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen now? Obviously, Darkling is going to find her. She still has his collar around her neck. Is that a tracker too? Like, can he track her? Like, what is going to happen? Like, I don't know. But I'll be back with another book from this series. The next book, it's called Siege and Storm. Yeah, I'll get it tomorrow. And oh my god, I'm reeling from all the information. I don't know how I feel right now, but wow, I love the whole journey. Guys, I'm out and about. I'm going to get my second book of Shadow and Bone. I just wanted to let you know that I'm still thinking about them. And I don't know why, but I'm praying that what's wrong with me? But I'm praying that Darkling finds Alina because that's the only way the story is going to move forward. You know, I like Alina and Val, but like it's getting kind of boring. Like, what are they gonna do anyway? And I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop to find like just Darkling would find Alina. I'm still thinking about them. I can't stop thinking about them. You guys, I got the book. And look, we have got maps. Look, wait, I'll show. It's so pretty. Just look at the details. Ah. Okay, so I finished one chapter and there was like a short prologue or something. I'm on page 26 of this book. And yeah, Darkling caught up to them. Now Alina is under his control again. But what I was shocked was when Darkling caught them, he was like, "Thank you, Alina," and I was like, "Thank you for what?" He literally has scars on his cheek because of the Volcra, because of the fight that took place in the Shadowfold when Alina ran away with Mal. You know why he said thank you? Because now he has another superpower. He's even more powerful. He can turn into this dark creature, multiple dark creatures. And I really don't know the full extent of his powers, but like he is even more powerful now, as if he needed it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen now. I think they are going back to the little palace. One of those creatures bit Alina on the shoulder, and that wound cannot be healed by anyone. Like, what does that mean? Can he drag her now? Was that some territorial shit? Like, is he marking her? Like, what is going on? And Alina asks Darkling, what are they? Like, what are the creatures? And he just whispers, Darkling just whispers, they are just the beginning. What does that mean? Don't leave me hanging. What does that mean? Does that mean that Darkling has even more powers? I don't get it. Why everyone is like Darkling is working for the better of the country and everything, when he literally killed thousands of people, erased a whole town when he was trying to expand the Shadowfold with Alina, but Alina ran with Mal, right? Why is everyone behaving like that? And by the way, Janya was the one who didn't let the letters sent. Like, she prevented the letters from being sent. Obviously, Darkling was the one who gave the orders, but still, I thought Jenya was her friend, but no, she was betraying Alina all along. Alina says, "No, I don't want this. I want," and Darkling mocks her. "You want? I want to watch your tracker die slowly with my knife in his heart. I want to let sea swallow you both. But our fate are entwined now, Alina, and there's nothing either of us can do about that." The way he threatens her, I shouldn't feel this way. Another threat, another threat. Alina says, "You cannot control the fold, it has to be destroyed." But he smiles and says, "Careful, Alina, I've had the same thought about you." Somehow they escaped again. They were actually looking for a sea dragon, so they could make another amplifier to make Alina even more powerful. Just how much power does Darkling want? He's already so powerful. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Okay, so I will update you real quick. What happened is obviously they escaped, but actually they were kidnapped by a crew, a ship crew, and he is actually taking her, Alina, to another client, someone else who wants to sun summoner, I guess, and he and they also found out that there are actually three amplifiers. One Stag already has, that's a collar around her throat, and second one is the sea dragon, which they got already, scales of that sea dragon, and there is a third one. They finally found the book where everything is written, by the way. So I don't know what is the third one, and I'm just 5 chapters in and so much has happened. I'm going to go home and read more. So they found the third creature. It's the Firebird or something. It's a legend. And now they are on a flying ship. I'm on page 120. It's entering the fold. Why are they entering the fold? Who is this client? Is this client Darkling? No, no, no. It can't be. Right? Darkling was here, but he also wasn't. Like, what was this? Like, can he teleport himself? Ship Captain is such an intriguing character. Stum honed, he's called, but like, who is he? Darkling met him when he was 14, and now he's hiding. And he's dangerous and he's really smart, but like, who is he? He's a soldier and second son to the king. I did not see this coming. And Nikolai, I've heard of him. It's more. He says that I haven't written the home empty-handed. I've brought the sun summoner. And Alina punches him to his face. So satisfying. Nikolai is so funny and he did not just propose to Alina to become his queen. Just like that. Morning, it's the next day. The only update I have is that Nikolai kissed Alina for appearance's sake. But like, he's so funny. And I never would have guessed that he was the prince. Can you see the stack of books there, by the way?